This is just a little hair update. I'm almost to the 1 month mark of just basically not doing anything to my hair, allowing it to do its own thing since I straightened it. Basically, I want to wear my hair straight, but I don't want to over manipulate it. I don't want to add any heat damage to it. And so a lot of the hairstyles, well, now that it's like down to like the last week, which means that I think next weekend I will be washing my hair and doing the whole flat ironing process again. Any like hairstyle you see where my hair has curls, I've been using just flexi rods instead of using heat. And actually these overnight actually work pretty well. Sometimes I'll just use like 3 or 4, just a few, and it'll give more of the bigger type curl or wave that you see in my videos. Though now that it is like the last week, I've been wearing my hair up in just like a bun on top of my head, and usually I use a clip of some sort to secure it, so it's nothing that's like putting a lot of tension on my hair. Also like for hair ties, so because I notice like sometimes hair ties, like you'll take out a hair tie and it'll have like hair or like wrapped all around it. It can kind of be an issue over long term, so I use these little bungee cord hair ties for when my hair is curly. But now that I've straightened my hair, I notice that they work great on straight hair as well, and it just lets you put it in your hair, wrap it around, and then you just unwrap it, and there's never any hair fall. This is an amazing method if you're worried about just breakage or damage from your hair ties. So I'd used this like a long time ago when I first went natural, and then you definitely have to order these because like I never really, maybe I found it in like a beauty supply store, but the second time around I had to go ahead and order them. But they're really great. And then for the flexi rods, these are actually really, like, I thought it was amazing that these actually worked. At first I was like, oh no, there's no way that's gonna work without heat, or there's no way it's like not gonna work without like the foaming, the setting foam or something like that, like the Lotta Body stuff. But it works perfectly fine. Like literally I just section my hair in 2, I roll it around, or the hair around them like this, and then I just go up. Obviously I do this when my hair is not in a ponytail, and then you just secure it. It stays, and well, it doesn't do that, but you know what I mean. And in the morning you just take it down, and that gives my hair the wave or whatnot. Also, I've been doing really good with keeping up with my scalp massages. I can't find my little thingy. It's in some other room, but yeah, every single day since I told you guys I would, I've been doing the scalp massages. And so I do it for at least 10 minutes, but some days I go for like 20. And it's like the vibrating one, so you don't necessarily have to do the circular motions, because I told you guys sometimes I have issues with my hair. Obviously the new growth is coming in curly, and so also any like friction can kind of make it kind of get just knotted, and yeah, really not fun. So having something, I wanted something that vibrated, just because I wanted to stimulate my scalp without me doing like all the rubbing motion and all that, which, you know, usually messes up my hair. So I've been doing that every single day, and it's been great. It's been fine. I haven't had to like re-straighten my hair. There's been times because like I've been working out a lot, like doing cardio, because cardio helps you with getting the glutathione to every cell, and also when you're like sweating and like really like getting your heart rate up, it helps so your body just like get rid of all the toxins. So the glutathione basically works better, or it's just like it's boosted in your system. So sometimes that means like pieces of my hair might get, you know, sweaty or whatnot, even though I have it up in a bun. And so, you know, if there's like one strand that like got, you know, wet and it starts frizzing, of course I'll take my flat iron and straighten that out. But I really haven't had to do a whole lot of that, which I think is great, because you guys know when your hair, you know, obviously it's like a few weeks old, straightening it or using heat on it can make it smell gross, because you're just, you know, you're basically burning all of the product and then all of the natural oils that have been accumulating in your hair, and it's just not really good. So thankfully I just, yeah, I haven't really had to deal with heat at all. And so if I continue on with what I'm doing with just like babying my hair, I can definitely see myself keeping it straight more often. and being able to at least retain the length and also having new growth as well. Because I think the problem sometimes that I would run into in the past is I would straighten my hair back out after letting it chill in like a wig or whatnot, and then all of the manipulation and using you know, like my curling wand every couple of days, or straightening out after, because you know Florida has high humidity, having to straighten out my hair after it gets frizzy, like all of that, it definitely would cause more damage and cause more breakage. And so my hair would always stay like at the same length. And so it's like, if I can just do different protective styles, like the favorite protective style is just, like I said, the bun on my hair, and then I'm not using like anything like this to secure it. I'm just using just a little clip to secure it. And you know, basically I think that's like one of the best protective styles, because it's not too much tension. Right now I have my hair in a ponytail, and obviously that is causing a bit of tension, but usually for the majority of the time I have it in some type of clip or something. I mean, another good protective style would just be a braid, but protective styles, and I think a lot of people get this wrong, protective style isn't a style that you have to like redo every couple days, like every other day or something like that, like every couple days. So it'd be either every other day or every 2 days. So I think for the best protective style, it's something where you can just keep your hair how it is for like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, like for long periods of time. And so there's not like a whole lot of, I guess, just over manipulating your hair, because that's just a good way to you know, keep your hair at the same length if you're not babying it. Especially if you have, this is for people who have over processed hair, so you have bleached hair, or you have hair that is flat ironed when it's naturally curly. Obviously that will damage it in a way, and so you will have to baby it, where other people who are just, let's say they're always natural and they just rock their hair like that, obviously, especially if they're like keeping their virgin color of their hair and they're not dyeing it or anything, those people, of course, they have more freedom to do whatever they want with their hair. And then, you know, for people who are also going to color treat and then also straighten out your hair, it's just like, I feel like we have to really be extra gentle with our hair, and so we can't really wear it the way we want all the time, because we have to keep in mind that, like, if you want your hair to continue to grow, you know, wearing a wig is an amazing protective style, because it just leaves your hair alone and it lets it do its thing. You keep the wig on for, you know, usually I would keep it on for 3 to 4 weeks, and then I would do a wash or whatnot. So I wasn't always washing, I wasn't always messing with it. And so like that's the quickest way to get it to grow. But I'm also trying to figure out ways to have my natural hair and enjoy it, but to also have it grow. So I know some of this just sounds like, oh my gosh, that's doing too much, but I think it's just really, really helpful. I've had 0 to little hair fall or shedding, which is amazing, and which is why I'm gonna continue on with what I'm doing. Just either if I'm styling it in this, and if you're doing like the flexi rods, you want some wave to your hair, I would recommend putting them in before bed. It has to be in your hair for like at least 7 hours if you want the curls to actually stay without using product. When my hair does get dry, I'm just using the products that I already told you guys in another video. It's like that Egyptian dry oil blend that my mom had sent me. It's just working really, really great. And then for my scalp, now that I'm on the last week, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use my that castor oil I was telling you guys about, the one that has the mixture of like MSM in it and garlic oil and onion oil and all the stuff that like really gets your hair to grow. I'm going to basically section off my hair and start dabbing that on my roots and getting it nice and conditioned for this last week until I wash it at the end of the week. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do.